Coming to you live from the Cowboys headquarters in Frisco. Deep in the heart of Texas, it's the Star at Night.
Wow, dramatic much?
Why are you getting in the way of my intro?
You mean our intro? We're your hosts. I'm Kelsey Charles.
And I'm David Hellman.
Okay, let's just start this show now.
You heard the intro, you know who we are. Kelsey, I gotta tell you, this is feeling like a really glass half empty
Oh my
episode
gosh.
of the Star
You guys,
at Night.
he insisted on opening the show, and I just knew it was for a terrible reason. So at least all of you are subject to the same nonsense that
Look,
I am too. Welcome to it.
If the Dallas Cowboys are going to lose Randy Gregory for multiple weeks, I'm at least going to get a really lame joke out of it. I joke, but Kels,
It's not funny.
feeling kind of panicky. Calf injuries are the thing of the year, I guess. We've got a third one on our hands. Mike McCarthy announces Thursday Randy Gregory is going to miss multiple weeks with a calf strain. Can you talk me off the ledge?
No, in short. I don't know what little calf injuring elf is running around the locker room, but I need him to be gone immediately. It is stressing me out, all of these calf injuries, and I don't quite frankly have an answer because a guy like Randy Gregory has been so disruptive, especially in light of having DeMarcus Lawrence not on the field. He accounts for about a third of this team's entire sacks this season. Like, we're gonna miss him. I don't know what else to say.
This feels like karma for everybody saying, wait till we get Tank and Gregory at the same time, which they still can and they still will, but it's going to be a little bit of a wait. So in the meantime, who you got? Like, we're already without DeMarcus Lawrence. I think it's going to fall heavy on a bunch of people. Obviously, Micah Parsons being the big one.
Yep.
We've seen him play on the edge in situations like this.
Yep.
When Randy had COVID in week 2. I don't think he moves to edge full time though.
I was actually going to ask you that too, because again, like, it's very rare for a guy, especially a rookie, like a Micah Parsons, to be able to put his hand on the ground and be as successful as he has right off the bat, which that's impressive to say the least. But if we have to think about plugging in for the loss of Randy Gregory, is he truly capable of being that full-time solution?
I mean, I think he's capable of it. I just don't think you want him to. He's got 8 tackles for loss the last 2 weeks. He's disruptive and dynamic all over the field. I think instead you're talking about guys like Terrell Basham and now Dorrance Armstrong, who's been healthy the last couple weeks. Those are your bookends, I think, and I think Micah plays a complementary role there. Now, am I trying to sell you that this is a cure-all? Not really. These guys, I think Dorrance and Terrell Basham, like, combined, have probably fewer sacks than Randy's had.
Sure, but hear me out. Basham may not have the numbers on the stat sheet, but he truly has been disruptive and had his moments. So, like, I'm not all subscribing to what's on the end of the game book. I feel like he's going to be someone who makes an impact, and it's really going to be partially on him to step up in light of Randy leaving.
No, and Basham was disruptive against Minnesota. He had a fantastic game. You see him there. I hope that wasn't the one he got flagged for, because that was total BS. I don't remember, but it's going to be on these two guys, and you get a little bit from Micah, I think, in a substitution, sub-package type of role.
Listen, the way I see it, I know that Basham and Gregory are buddies and like to share a glass of wine. It's just more vino for, our boy B.
Oh, I wish there was something that rhymed with vino. It's out there. I'll think about it.
Chino?
Look, we're going to cross our fingers and hope for the best until Randy and DeMarcus can be back. By the way, there is an opponent this week. The Atlanta Falcons are coming to town. When we come back, we're talking Matty Ice. We're talking all that stuff.
Matty Ice.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everyone. Dave would like to know if you like his hair. That's
Should
what
I
we
get
actually.
my haircut? It's hard. It's a lot to deal with in the morning. It gets like, how do you do that every day?
I know. Listen, women don't get enough credit. That's for
Seriously.
sure. But I also kind of feel like the Atlanta Falcons aren't getting enough credit for what they're bringing to the field.
She didn't even plan that.
I didn't even plan that.
That's how good we've gotten at this whole
I know,
thing.
seriously. Whew. All right, so truly though, numbers can lie, and I think that this Atlanta Falcons team has a little bit more in terms of offensive weapons that this Cowboys team has to worry about. Let's start with Matt Ryan. He's having streak.
I mean, that sounds really condescending when you call it a little streak.
Come on.
The man has won an NFL MVP. There aren't very many active players that can say that.
Okay, I
Just
get
saying.
it. You act like I don't even know this man plays quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons.
I mean, hey, the overconfidence was ripe at the Star last week. They weren't ready. I just hope they're not overlooking. The Falcons are a playoff team right now, and Matt Ryan has a lot of explosive options. He's been doing his thing for a very long time. It's the guys around him that really pique my interest.
I actually want to talk about that.
Yeah, Cordero Patterson, the most unique and out-of-nowhere gadget player in NFL history. I've said this a few times this week, so I'm sorry if you've heard it before. He is about to pass his career high for receiving yards in Week 10.
Wow.
He only needs 11 yards to do it. By the way, he's been in the league since 2013. Clearly, Arthur Smith and the Falcons have unlocked something with this guy that was not there before.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I like to call him the Taysom Hill of skill players. Like, he really, truly is that
Fast
go-go
Taysom
gadget.
Hill.
I'm telling you.
Is he going to play some quarterback?
Listen,
Do I need to be worried about that?
I wouldn't be surprised if you see a little Patterson to Matty Ice in the end zone action.
Okay.
I might be calling a crazy prediction right now. Yeah, though, I do think this is a guy you have to look out for. Like you mentioned, Dave, it's impressive what he's been able to put together this season, and he really can do it all. So this Dallas Cowboys defense, especially in light of the fact that they are going to be a little more not as put together as they have been.
Short-handed, I think,
That's
is
a
the
good way
phrase
of
you're
putting
looking
it.
for there.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they're going to have make sure they have an answer for this man and everything he brings to the table.
In all honesty, this could be famous last words. I hope they focus on Patterson because that means they're not focusing on my guy, my pet cat of all pet cats.
Wrapped
Look,
in Unite.
we want the Cowboys to be successful, but I am excited to watch my guy, Kyle Pitts. I wanted him to wear a star on his helmet. He got taken long before, and you know why? Because he's a freak with a capital F. My man is 6'6", like 260. Yeah, that's a highlight of him out on the boundary,
Guys, this is-
dusting cornerbacks.
This is really just Dave leaning into his Florida roots.
That's fine.
Cheering for his true.
I don't care. Look, I got no love for the Florida Gators. I did at one point in my life, but we don't like to talk about that. But I could talk about Kyle Pitts until my face turns blue, like the University of Florida wears, because he's special, man. And I am intrigued to see how the Cowboys deal with this. They got length all over the place. Trayvon Diggs can match up with him. Jaron Kearse is a guy that's dealt with tight ends in the past. But this is, it doesn't even feel right to call him a tight end because that's not what he is.
Yeah.
He's a unicorn. He's a freak.
All right, so I want to switch gears and talk about the other side of the ball because obviously this Cowboys team had a bit of a rough go this last weekend, and I think this might be an opportunity for them to rebound, but how realistic is that, Dave? I mean, Atlanta, they just are they are what they are. At least Claiborne is not there anymore. I mean, we've got that going for us,
We
kids.
haven't even mentioned, yeah, I mean, I don't think Tyron Smith is going to play in this game. Yeah, it's problematic, but I don't know, man. They're at home. The Cowboys are a better team. I know everybody's sort of, we're not pressing the panic button, but we're hovering over it. We're just waiting to just slam it like the Staples easy button. But I think the Cowboys should win this game. They're still a better team, having said all of that stuff.
I agree.
I believe.
I love that. All right, guys.
Not always
well,
a downer.
hopefully we talked to you all off the cliff that maybe you were still hanging on to a little bit from coming up last game. We've got more coming up for you all. Last segment coming up next. Welcome back.
Can you do that maneuver? The one that you were just doing on the...
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is my signature.
There you go.
Guys, so I really feel like the Cowboys are going to redeem themselves this week. And maybe you as fans can too, because if my memory serves me correctly, I believe David Hellman and I are still kicking your butts in our under review standings. And I am correct.
Speak for yourself. You said David Hellman and I'm back in first. I forgot to look at the standings
Voodoo.
before we got on the set.
Voodoo.
Look at me.
Wow.
Look at me go.
All right, guys. So now is, I guess, our chance to unseat him in first place because we all know we can't have David Hellman winning this thing.
You're not unseating crap.
Literally never live it down. All right, so first in this week's edition of Over Under, Michael Gallup. He's going to be back in the mix. I think a lot of people are excited about that. So over under 4.5 receptions.
I'm going to put it right at 4.
Are you?
He's been gone for 8 weeks.
Yep.
CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper are going to play in this game. I think Cedric Wilson's got a good shot to play as well. And the Cowboys should be able to run the ball. That's a lot going on. Michael Gallup will probably have some sort of, maybe not a snap count, but I don't think they're going to throw him out there a ton. I'm going to say 4, which is under.
I'll take the under too. I think that it's a good problem to have so many different weapons offensively. I think he's going to take a lot more of the snaps away from a guy like Wilson right now. The fans, though, they also agree.
Damn it, no.
How does it feel to be
out.
a homer?
No, I'm out on this. No, that's not a homer. We said under.
No, it's fine.
Over.
I'm saying homer because it feels like you always are siding with the fans.
It feels like I want you to go first so that I don't have to agree with you. I don't like that. I think you're just trying to keep up with
All right, so up next, Cordero Patterson. We want to know the man, the myth, the jack of all trades, over under 119.5 yards.
Over.
I was going to go over. I was going to go first.
This is, damn it. How am I supposed to beat you if we agree?
Let's please bleep him because apparently.
This is scrimmage yards. It's rushing and receiving. He's had a heck of a couple of weeks as a receiver. We know he can run the ball as well. He's going to go over. I mean, but for all purpose, that's not that bad.
No. And I definitely think that this guy, he can hurt you in multiple ways. And I think he's going to. No.
Say under.
No, over.
Okay.
All right, so the fans, though, they went with under because
fans suck at this.
Now listen, at least they have the faith. Something that you can't say.
Sometimes you got to use your brain instead of your heart, people.
Wow, guys, don't let them do you like that. All right, last one, total points. I know what Vegas says. So combined, over under 53.5.
Oh, we're shredding this over. We're shredding that bad boy. Oh, I mean, I think the Cowboys are going to win. Don't get me wrong, but I'm taking the over smash.
Yeah.
I am smashing that.
I think I have my final score predictions like 33-27 or something, and that's me being generous for Atlanta. I really do think that these are two, listen, I'm not going to scoff at Matt Ryan, and you mentioned earlier, Pitts is awesome. Patterson is playing well. So I think both these teams have a chance to put significant figures on the board.
I don't think the Falcons can keep the Cowboys under 30. I know what happened last week. Shut up. I don't think they can keep them under 30.
Oh, feisty.
And I don't think the Cowboys can keep the Falcons under like 24. So you do the math. I mean, the points are coming on Sunday afternoon.
Points on points on points. All right, the fans also agree. 64.8%. I love the 0.8 there at the end. How we are just so significant. That's not the word I was looking for.
In sync?
No.
I don't know.
Whatever.
All I know, I don't know what.
Words are hard, kids.
What I'm trying to say is I'm mad we're not really going to have that much separation this week, but I'll still be leading when it's all over.
It's fine. Wishful thinking, but you know what? Who will be leading the Dallas Cowboys because we are speaking it into existence. Guys, thanks for joining us this week. We will see you
after the win.
Victory next week.
After the win. Don't come watch this if they lose.
Later, kids.